Hello everybody and welcome back to Cask and Point. Today we're trying a very exciting release. This is Old Forester President's Choice Rye. So Old Forester, a few times a year they release something known as President's Choice. This is typically between 7 and 11 years old, a good bit older than their normal barrel strength offerings that are usually about 4 years old, and they're really rich, really decadent, and they usually have some really interesting tasting notes. They actually typically provide a tasting note card that they'll send with the bottle when you order it, and that'll show you all the different tasting notes that they're getting on that particular barrel, and it's really cool and people really enjoy them. But they've always done them with bourbons, and this has existed for about 5 years, and they used to be just a bit more expensive than the barrel strength bourbons. Nowadays they're actually around $225 a bottle, so they're not cheap, but the secondary market on them thinks that they're absolutely incredible. And for secondary they're still about $400 to $450, so they're not cheap bottles to come by at all. But they've always been bourbons, and they've done about 100 barrels so far. They started out at a few a year. Now they're doing probably 2 or 3 drops a year, each one with around 6 barrels. So they're dropping quite a few now, but this is the first time they ever dropped a rye. So for Father's Day for 2025, they came out with, I believe, 6 different rye barrels, and they are really, really interesting. They're also all about 10 years old, around 120 proof. So I'm really excited today. So we actually have, I believe, the oldest and the highest proof of all the Old Forester President's Choice ryes that released. This is a 124 month, so 10-year 4-month, 125.4 proof rye. So look, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun here. But to warm us up, we're gonna have what is honestly one of my favorite shelfers for about $100. And this is Old Forester Barrel Strength Rye. I think this stuff is absolutely amazing, and it's pretty readily available in most places if you're looking for it for around MSRP. Secondary on it now is about $100, $110, and the bottle's MSRP is about $80, so usually it's sitting around MSRP because there just isn't money to be made, so you're not really gonna get this flipped a lot, which is good. And it's amazing. I mean, I absolutely love this bottle. I've actually thrown it into multiple reviews against a Willet rye, against a Booker's rye, all these different things. I always toss this in. This is my staple for it. This is a great $100 rye. Is this other thing that's worth 5 or 10, 20 times more, is it really that much better? And honestly, usually they're not. So anyways, let's try this Old Forester Barrel Strength Rye. Let's warm us up a little bit here. This is a 131.2 proof offering, Warehouse K, Floor 7. So my favorite warehouse and floor combo here. I love this bottle, and as you can tell, I've actually done a little bit of damage to this bottle. I don't drink my bottles all that much. I send out a lot of samples and really love to share them around. But for drinking bottles, this is something that's like 3-4 ounces that I drink out of it. So anyways, let's get into it here. I mean, I just love it. It's pure, it's bubble gum. It's really nice, rich caramel, vanilla. Oh man, it's so sweet. That is seriously a bourbon drinker's rye. I suspect that this is a barely legal rye at 51%. We don't know with Old Forester, they don't tell us. But this is so good. It's so rich. There's a nice, rich oak backbone to it that really impresses me with the fact that this is only 4 years old. I think it might actually be closer to 5 or 6 years old. This was one of the first ever Old Forester Barrel Strength ryes that they've released, and they're not all the exact same. Some of them are a little bit worse than others. I think this is on the upper end, and this is just amazing. Let's take a sip. Oh man, it's pure bubblegum richness. It's real deep cherry. That is seriously a bottle that hits above its weight class for me. That is a bottle that honestly, as I go back to it more and more, I like it more and more. I mean, that is just for $100. That is amazing, amazing whiskey, super fruity. I mean, that is a bottle that honestly is as good as a lot of $150, a lot of $200 bottles out there, and not that much worse than a lot of bottles that are even $400, $500, $600 in the rye category. So, I mean, that is just the rye for you. I mean, it's pure bubble gum. I mean, man, let's take another sip. Yeah, it's rich, it's potent, has a good proof on it, but it also has a ton of fruit, a ton of like strawberry bubble gum on it, a ton of caramel, vanilla, oak. It's a pretty classic Kentucky profile here with some amazing fruitiness. I love that bottle. But let's see if Old Forester President's Choice Rye is really all that much better. Now, if you guys want, if this video gets 100 likes, I will do a blind with all of the top-end Old Forester products. So I'll do Old Forester President's Choice, Old Forester President's Choice Rye, I'll do Old Forester Birthday Bourbon, I'll compare it against the Barrel Strength Rye, the Barrel Strength Bourbon, and all this other stuff. So if you guys want to see a huge Old Forester blind, at, let's say 100 likes, and I'll make it happen. Okay, on the nose here, this is oakier. Clearly indicative of a lot more age. I mean, there's an oakiness on this, but on the President's Choice Rye, clearly older. I mean, clearly a few years older. Oak is definitely the most prominent note here. There is some vanilla on there. There's some deeper sweet notes, like a little bit of brown sugar and molasses going on, but not a lot. On the nose, not particularly impressive. Let's take a sip. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. It is a slightly more refined version of what we just had. It's not punching as strong, but it's deeper and it's richer. That's good. Oh, that's good. Is it worth the like $550 it's currently going for on the secondary market? Not even close. But for the $200 that they were charging for this, it's good. It's good. Although I will say, it's not as good as I was hoping on that first sip. I don't think the difference between this bottle and the President's Choice Rye is actually that different. And it is totally possible I just have a particularly good single barrel here. I have tried about 15 of the Old Forester Barrel Strength Ryes, and this is definitely my favorite single barrel, and some of them are a good bit worse. So I guess against the best Old Forester single barrel strength rye that I've had, I guess it's not that much of a surprise that the President's Choice isn't that much better. We'll see here. As I get into it more, I'm getting like a little bit of honeysuckle. And there is an oak richness in that. And there's also like a little bit of toffee on this. It's different. It's different. It's clearly deeper, richer. Like this one is a good bit simpler. We'll go back to it in a second, but let's take a second sip here of the President's Choice. It's good. It's good. It's not that much better. And I already love this bottle. So a bottle that's better than that, you have my attention, all right? For $200, this is worth it. But I would love to say that this bottle to me is worth $150 or $175, honestly. And so if this President's Choice is worth $200, like it's not that much different. Like it's really, it's gonna get a slightly higher rating, but not that much higher. Like I'm not blown away by this rye in a way that like that for the money blows me away. And even without the money, I mean, let's finish this off here and then let's go back to the barrel strength. It's a lot oakier. It's way oakier. If you really like the oak, you're gonna like that a lot. But beyond that, there's a little bit of that like strawberry bubblegum going on. There's some of that like honeysuckle, vanilla going on, a little bit of brown sugar. It's definitely a deeper, more complex pour, but it's oaky. It's really oaky, which isn't a bad thing. But honestly, I'm getting plenty of oak off this 4-year offering that at 10 years, I don't know, it's not the biggest difference in the world. And I'll be honest, even with President's Choice, this is the reason why I don't own any, because President's Choice for me is just a slightly better offering than the barrel strengths, that if you get a really good barrel strength, they're just way better bang for your buck. And I think this rye is unfortunately falling in the same category here, but let's go back to the barrel strength. Let's make sure. Smells better. I mean, it's fruitier. It has more of the strawberry bubblegum that I love. Let's take a sip. It's not better, but it's close. So for me, this Old Forester Barrel Strength Rye, this is going to rate an 8.1. I think this rating constantly goes up every time I revisit it. It was originally like a 7.7, 7.8. Went up to like an 8. Now it's an 8.1 to me. I'm just warming up to it more and more. I love this bottle. And the President's Choice, I'm going to give it an 8.2. I think for $225 MSRP, it's worth it. But it's only a marginal step up on a bottle that I think is much more easily readily available, much better bang for your buck. I would stick with this if I'm being honest. And look, we'll try other Old Forester President's Choice ryes. We'll see if it's just that maybe this one, because it's older, it's just very oaky, but I don't know, it smells great. And it's really like, you get a little bit of that banana bread as well that I get on Old Forester. I don't really get that off of this single barrel rye. Like, this is pure fruit for me. There is a little bit of that banana bread that I know people really enjoy on Old Forester out of that rye. It's a good rye, but... Yeah, I'm going to say it's a 0.1 difference. I'm going to say it's better. I'm going to say it's really not that much better. There are a lot of things that I like better. I think this has a better potency to it. It has better fruit on it. I think the President's Choice has better oak on it. I think it has deeper, richer sugars on it, like the brown sugar, the molasses, stuff like that. I do like the banana bread note on it. I would be interested to see, as the President's Choice rye opens up, how it will get better. But with that, I hope you all enjoyed it. Look, the Old Forester single barrel barrel strength rye. Buy that bottle. If you don't own a bottle, you should have a bottle, all right? It is one of the best bottles on the market for the price. But with that, I hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. I hope you all enjoyed the review, and I will catch you all in the next one.